The content of this meeting is being sent to a third party.
Okay.
The host has started broadcasting the meeting on custom live streaming service.
So we are live.
Welcome, everybody, here on Innovation FM. As you see, I'm in the twilight zone of space, I guess.
I'm in the 12 by 12 foot room. Very
It's been a fantastic weekend. Last Wednesday, I went to this community meeting. Everybody, if you could like, share, and support us, and also stand till the end, because we have an offer. And if you're seeing down at the end, we have an offer for you where you can win some free Innovation swag.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So, but you gotta, it's almost like a raffle. You buy a dollar ticket and you get a chance to win something. So hey. So
today's my brother's birthday. Shout out to my brother wherever the heck he may be. Also, it's my aunt's birthday, and a few days ago it was my stepmother's birthday. Boy, had a few birthdays.
My wife's birthday today too.
Hey, it's your wife's birthday.
29th.
29th? Wow, okay. And Sweet G's birthday was last Thursday.
Yep.
Yes, I saw that.
Sweet G. Shout out to Sweet G. She's one of our recording artists.
And after finally getting our grant last Thursday, I was able to pay her for her concert that she did with us in June 29th.
Praise God.
So that was a nice little birthday gift.
Yeah.
So it's like, I always like to try to pay on time to people, but sometimes when when the federal, city, and county, and FEMA gets involved,
stuff happens.
And 40,000 illegals, and the priorities switch around. But it's all good. But anyway, I went to this community meeting last Wednesday, and about 40 people showed up, which I was surprised. They said usually like 25 people showed up. Talked about my candidacy a little bit. We just found out a lot of stuff going on in our neighborhood. We have a McDonald's near here, which, McDonald's has been in the news for their E. coli thing. Now, I guess it was, one dead here in Colorado, and now it's gone up to 75, and now it's a class action suit. So somebody's looking to get paid more than the $20 an hour they're paying in California. What?
Look at what look why they're doing that with McDonald's now. It was just in the news about McDonald's.
Well, it is kind of strange that 2 days after Donald John Trump went to work for him for 20 minutes or whatever it was, that this E. coli thing started coming to light.
And the restaurant that he was at, they said that they have to get some security there because people were hassling them about having Trump do his thing, showing that
McDonald's here, they're because of the typhoon and the washouts and the rain and flooding and everything. McDonald's and the Jollibees are all closed here. They can't get any supplies.
Right.
Oh wow, that is wild.
Gas stations are closed because they can't get gas.
Yeah.
But that may not be the whole story there. I think they're going to do a price gouge.
There might be a few things. I mean, we might be looking at quite a few things going down. I remember the RNC when that was taking place, and folks had to fly back, and there was a big kerfuffle with all of the economy and stuff with regard to some cyber.
Yeah.
So it is interesting because we do have the choosing coming up here next week.
So yes, but in this community opinion, okay, I was talking about the McDonald's, and then we have a gas station over there. So what they're going to do, I guess, because a lot of homeless people are encamped around this place.
Yes.
So the thing that they've been doing, they've been putting up these fences or rocks. But in the case of this McDonald's, they're just going to put up a fence, which I'm not quite sure how that's going to work as far as like people walking in and out, and they have the drive-through. So I need to get a visual of where these people are camping out. Because they said, and then they said, one of the guys said, well, can't the managers or the people that work as a cash register tell these people to get off the property? But I'm thinking like they're paying paid to collect money and do the product. They're not paid to be a security card on top of that. So I can't see them saying, hey, you know, going out and telling these guys to get off, because then the guys come back and who knows what they'll do. Because a lot of them are mentally unstable as well. So they're talking about this park, well, this fencing that they want to do. But it was a very interesting, and it was some mayor, some people representing the mayor's office. Alex Valdez, my opponent, was not there.
Interesting.
But there was like I said, it was the police, some police guys that were there, mayor, some other community, so you know, leaders or what have you, and it was a very good turnout. And they won't be meeting again until January of next year. But I'll be on the calendar list, and I think I might send out an email to see if I can get some of the people turned on to what we're doing. So anyway, so that's about that. But as far as like in the Philippines, the McDonald's being down, and you said what was the other place?
Jollibee, basically Filipino McDonald's. Oh, they have them in California and stuff though.
Yeah.
Jollibee. Wow.
Jollibee. Yeah.
Wow. See, that's the first time I ever heard of it. We had this thing called the Bad Burger, like you know, and that seems to be in Atlanta, and it's here in Colorado too. It's something new.
Something tells me I think they might have had something like that in Nevada, in Vegas somewhere. I always wanted to go to this place called the Heart Attack Grill. I don't know if they still
Gee.
have that or not, but
Now, what did they do with their
yeah,
stuff?
they had all kinds of crazy condiments that they put on a hamburger. That, I mean, certain things that just, man, I mean, deep fried this on top of, you know, oh man, it's just insane. It
Wow.
definitely lives up to its
Yes.
reputation. Apparently, I would love to check that out. We got a fun show for you tonight. We're brought to you
Yeah.
by a couple of sponsors. Which ones do we?
Chinook, Denver. Well, we're waiting on Chinook. Denver Foundation, they did this a little bit in August. Now the arts and venue one, but that was with the arts. Let's see, what is the United Arts? Let's see, what was it called? The National Endowment of the Arts.
Oh wow!
And it was 67 pages of legal gibberish that I have to read through and then sign. And so I looked through that just to make sure that, you know,
everything was good.
It's just, and so that was the longest legal document I've ever had to sign for a grant.
It is interesting that the National Endowment of the Arts went ahead and so thank you for that, and thank you for all the sponsors.
Yeah. And then Christian Brothers, they did a little bit in July. They're going on a hard term. They got, I don't know if I told you, they got sued. Some guy said that they broke the furniture and this and that, but they had proof they didn't. But the judge still, you know, went their way, and I think they lost. It was either 50,000 or 70,000. Either one of those, you say, ouch.
That's painful, especially given the fact that it's rough for everybody taking that kind of hit.
Yeah, especially when somebody
prayers
lies.
up for that.
Yeah, if you tell them the truth and they did something, but when they lie, so now he's having his guys videotape stuff to make sure that if anybody comes back, they have a videotape to show this is how we delivered, and this is how it was packed. And it's a shame you have to do stuff.
That's the absolute must anymore. You got to have that stuff. You know, used to be able to, in bulk buying boxes where you send stuff from the US or other countries to the Philippines,
Yeah.
you used to be able to put, laptops, electronics in them and everything else, but they won't ship anything like that anymore because people are saying, well, you lost this and you lost that, and they really have no way of proving.
Yeah, we had
Right.
someone, we sent something to like overseas, and I could have kicked myself. They gave me a choice if you can insure, because he was paying for it. So why not get full insurance that would have paid for the cell phone? And somehow
Yeah.
it disappeared.
That's the rough thing, is this ruins it for for those that actually have something like this happen, where package you get shipped just kind of goes missing, versus those that maybe say that, maybe they didn't get their package, but they did, who knows, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a mess. What do you do these days?
No, man.
When I came here, I had guitars. I doubled a large box and just taped them together and put my guitars in it. I had
Yeah.
5 guitars in the box
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
with hard shell cases, and then
Yeah.
filled the box, all the empty space with that expanding foam.
Yeah, that
Hmm.
foam. Yeah.
You know, I didn't have much breakage on the way here with all my stuff.
See, that's
A few
good.
glass stuff here and there,
Yeah.
but that would be expected.
Yeah.
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 My biggest mistake when I moved to California, I had this fantastic turntable, and I forgot to take off the round part. You should
Oh.
always take that off, put that on the outside, and it
Yeah.
ended up knocking the arm off of the arm. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of thinking, and I didn't even put like padding on. I don't know what I was thinking. It was my first time ever shipping a turntable.
Same thing happened to me. I mean, shoot, I didn't even think about it. Man, I ripped that arm there, man. I'm all happy to get I unpack that thing. I said, "Oh well, this is useless." Yeah.
Yes. Oh man. So, things happen, I guess, just the
So
lessons of learning how to pack stuff.
last week, Donald John Trump was in the world. What did America's mayor call it? The capital of the world, I guess. He said, "Oh, the Pope says, uh, New York is now the capital of the world. So who can argue with the Pope?" And well,
Hmm.
whatever. I mean, New York is a good place. So Madison Square Gardens.
Yes. And
Wow.
I did a real good like history in which if I would have known this other stuff, I would have put it in there of other politicians that went through the Madison Garden. I didn't mention Franklin Roosevelt, 1936. Didn't mention John F. Kennedy had his birthday party there, May 19th, 1962. Bill Clinton, I did mention him, 9, February 9th, let's see, 1962. And I didn't even mention the Bush guy. It just wasn't interesting. And then finally, Donald J. Trump and 29 people, speakers, man. That was now I heard Hulk, when he first came, they were showing him and he was trying to get pumped up, and then that music came on, and then he turned into the Hulk Hogan.
Huh.
So I heard some interesting thing about him getting, and then let's see, J.D. Vance was very good. Tucker Carlson was really good too. And then they're saying like, is Elon Musk, will he be thinking about running for
Yeah.
president one day, because he was really soaking in that applause that he was getting.
Huh.
So that's one of the reasons that the Rolling Stones are still touring at the age of 80. I mean,
Wow.
oh man. So
Hey,
so I
Joe, did you
heard.
catch any of that?
Hey Joe,
What was that?
did you catch any of the rally, the pre and the main part,
The what?
the rally? Did you catch any of it?
Oh,
Madison
no.
Square. Okay, and
Yeah,
then
I mean, because it's always so. I gotta watch it a day or so after on Tube. Otherwise, I'm up at 3 o'clock in
yeah,
the morning and stuff.
and
And there's
Miss,
really no good place to watch it. They don't do it on TV here, so
Yeah.
you have to put, yeah, because well, you have Rumble because they do it live.
yeah.
Yeah, because
But
you could.
that's most of the time Rumble shuts off.
Oh man,
And
because I was surprised that Mrs. Trump, she doesn't usually go to riots. She said, "Hey, go out do your thing." So she introduced them.
with the Rumble web, it was okay, but the Rumble app on my phone, it just shuts off way too often.
Oh man,
Oh, interesting.
that's crazy. Then, yeah. So
Man, I like
yeah,
Rumble and everything, but it's difficult to use most of the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But 29 people, I can only imagine.
Yeah, the speakers list, they kept them moving. They were definitely on pace, on task. They had a hard time clock to get through. Golly, I will say this Tony, his name just
What did he do?
Tony Lynchcliffe. Well, his his comedic routine,
Ah,
basically, as far as the reincarnation of Andrew Dice Clay, it's 11 minutes worth of. There's some good jokes in there. There's some jokes in there that are maybe a little edgy, reminiscent of the 80s and 90s type of comedic humor. But it was clean. There were no F bombs. There were no, none of that.
that was all. Well, it's funny. Like Tony, artist, he doesn't. When he was recording, he didn't think about do I want to, making a clean version, your fans version, and then making tracks if they want to use your music in commercials or whatever.
Yeah.
He just wasn't thinking in those busy business terms. And so I've had to edit some of his music, and some of it comes out good, and some of it.
720746917
Wait a minute, I put my phone on Do Not
Is that
Disturb.
me? No, it's not
Did
me.
you guys catch any of the Joe Rogan interview with Trump?
Oh man, I did. I caught the whole
Oh,
thing. I sat through that whole thing, and
hmm.
that is insane. That guy's a machine. I mean, how in the world do you sit through 2 hours, 55 minute, 2 hours, 58 minute, or whatever it was? No water, no piss breaks, or no restroom breaks. Sorry.
Thursday night, Judge Joe Brown, he does those long shows so long that the lady who hosted, man, she says, "I'm tired because I'm going to go to sleep," because Judge Joe Brown, man, he's not a word salad, but because what he says, it does make sense what he's saying. But oh, I gave you a name of a comedian. Let me see if I can find that, who was on in Living Color. I saw a video of, and I want to.
Oh man.
I'm gonna find it because I sent it to you because I said I'm not gonna remember this guy's name after this TikTok video.
Here.
So, because I said I'm definitely gonna. Oh, I'm setting up an interview with this guy, but he says 5 o'clock is too late. Oh, where are you? Okay, let me see. Oswald
Bates.
Bates, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oswald Bates. Look him up, and when the guy played it, I said, "Yes, that's a
Yeah.
fantastic pre-invitation of Kamala Harris." And
It's funny because I think of that guy every time I hear the word salad. Or every time I hear the phrase word salad, I think of that in Living Color stuff. because that guy could he could spin it.
Oh man. So if you guys get a chance on TikTok is there and it just popped up on my feed and I say, yeah, okay. And I said, I gotta send this to Alan so I remember this name. It's like, gee.
Yeah, that's some pretty
You
good
know,
stuff.
that show was excellent. They, the
Yeah.
all the different people that they get on and the characters. The Jamie Foxx character of the what was her name? The
Wait,
the
Jimmy
girl
Fox.
she played.
Jimmy Fox is in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh wow,
he,
okay.
he did the girlfriend thing.
You know, it's really hilarious
Ah.
because some of these folks that did stuff back in the 80s, 90s, whatever, are now woke, 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 woke. I
Yeah,
mean, they've lost the idea of what used to be funny,
Mhm.
and now they're against freedom of speech. I mean,
And these are the
um,
guys, weren't they the ones that said don't trust the government
yeah,
and and I guess race against the machine. Now they are the
now they
machine.
are the machine,
Yeah.
right?
And Green Bay, I think Green Bay was
Green
another
Day,
one of,
yeah, yeah, Green
and it's
Day,
almost like
yeah,
they just flipped. And I'm just
yeah.
wondering, did somebody did P Diddy get him on camera or something?
Right? Did they go to a P. Diddy party?
You know, got to figure out what do they get on these guys. Oh, and then Usher came on the View, and at first he said, I don't really talk about stuff. Then somebody got a hold of him, and then he had to go back and say, well, okay, maybe I do get in, I do talk about stuff. And I think like,
Yeah.
what? It's like it's almost like I've got to figure out like. Is it that bad? Whatever somebody gets you on camera doing, I mean, do they get you to do something that bad that you said, "Well, I can't get out there," and it's like, or do they get you with something like that? Okay, people like their dogs and cats. I don't know. I don't know.
I will
Uh,
say this, that, you live a good, quiet life. You try to live a good, clean life. Maybe you don't do the best. Maybe you don't live such a quiet life, but still, you do try. And, you love the Lord with all your heart, mind, soul, strength. You love your neighbor as yourself. Sometimes you don't love yourself very much. So I guess sometimes you don't love your
yeah,
neighbor very much.
yeah. And now I wonder how AI is going to summarize this show.
Hey,
Oh
did you
man.
see the other day when I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I'm singing to my dog? I says, Niklaus in the house, Niklaus in the house, something about gonna
Yeah.
have a skull squeeze, terrific good time. And
Oh yeah.
Go squeeze terrific.
yeah, it's something about eating what's inside with a jelly spoon and all kinds of, oh boy, I
Oh
was like,
man.
hey now, hey now. It was like, it was an imaginative rhyme. It's like, oh, he was making a good little song.
Oh man.
It's just like,
So,
well, it was. I mean, it was a funny song, but it is funny to see what these transcribed AI. They're actually really accurate. They're super accurate, and they're yeah, the stuff is scary good. I love this stuff.
oh
But like
yeah.
it,
So technology. So
yeah,
yeah, and I got the bill for Zoom, which I guess once a year. It's not.
$1,000 and
Yeah, it's
more.
only let's see, $173 and 90 some cents. And it's good when you have it.
Oh,
So
you don't have the premium. You don't have the
what,
where you can.
what
Something
bring
where
the
isn't
is
it like
there
a
is there one that I
thousand
could bring
dollars
the
for
price down? But
everything?
I don't want to miss some of these whistles with the. Well, we'll see. I might have to check into that and see if they have a special price for nonprofits.
I bet you they probably got a special, or maybe I'm looking at the wrong price list. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean,
I've looked at
it's all good. I mean, uh, and it's like but running a business, it does cost some money.
it
It
does.
just
It does.
does.
It takes money to make money.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of our recording artist friends, all of
Oh
the
yes.
blind folks that are getting some notoriety in all the niches that they've started
Oh,
making
man.
for themselves.
I
cool.
I was talking to this guy named Rob. I just met him. You don't. He's from the organization, or You Don't Look Blind.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he was telling me all these groups for
Yeah.
blind people that are out there.
Yeah.
It'll keep you busy for the whole
Ever.
week.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
forever and ever.
yeah. And then I get this one that they have a Friday night New York time, 8 o'clock, which is 6 o'clock our time, audio described movie night, and you could discuss the movie. And then they have a trivia night.
Yeah.
One night. So I'm gonna try to get us somewhere in there so we can grab some of those people. But and then of course this past weekend was the convention. So
Yep.
I take it that you didn't go to the convention.
No, I didn't make the state convention. Next year. Gosh, this whole being homeless thing, or whatever you want to call this mess that I'm in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
But I totally forgot it because when that grant finally came in, you're exhausted over the battle, the ridiculous battle that you have to have with these people.
Absolutely.
And then so when it came in, we were so elated that we just just. And then they finally sentenced the guy who sucker punched me, Washington. They finally gave him, let's see, 200 and some odd. It wasn't 300. It was like almost like 365 days, but it was almost like some time served plus like 265 days or something like that. So,
Interesting.
And then I guess they have him on his medication, because I'm listening to the guy in the corner. I said, "You sound like you're pretty level-headed," but as if you remember Woogie, he says you get the best drugs, medicated drugs, and his wife, when he was married, she would always say, "Yes, I keep him on his medication." But when he got off his medication, he became this other person. I had a voicemail where he said, "You don't know who I am, the N-word, and I'm this, the N-word." And it's almost like, I said, "Calm down. I'm listening to this voicemail." And
I've got
it's
to
like,
say, it's not
medication.
fun. Yeah, it's not fun when somebody is not balanced correctly.
Yeah.
But,
And they have a lot of people out there. They call them zombies in California. Well, they call them zombies here, but in San Francisco, because I have a guy named Reggie Rocker. He goes out there to do some work in Atlanta, California, Atlanta, and stuff like that. He said they walk around like zombies. And it's like, gee. So it's a lot of what do they call them? Stringed out people.
strung out folks.
Strung out, self-medicating. And I said,
Lots of
is
that
it
going on. Lots of that going on. I mean, the best way is, to just press into the Lord as best you can. I mean, that's the best medication that I've found.
and don't let government be your God, because it'll be an empty God.
That's right. It'll be empty. It'll be empty.
Yeah. So, so anyway, so this rally, and I watched the speech that Trump made. I thought was fantastic, but of course the left has to nitpick and find and then Vance was on, I think, 3 channels that morning, the
Yep.
Meet the Press,
Yep.
MSC and whatever that was, and he
Yep.
was just giving it to them.
Yep.
And to think that people in Trump's camp was kind of convincing him not to pick J.D. Vance, I would have to look at those people and say, maybe their judgment is not so good, because his gut pick was the best pick. So you got these people around you that you're wanting them to give you the best advice, but if their best is not the best and your gut is more, it's almost like you don't want to micromanage stuff, but still.
I'm trying to think if I remember correctly, Eric Trump recommended J.D. Vance to Donald Trump. So that went far.
Oh yeah.
J.D. Vance is a never Trumper. So At one point, he didn't agree with
Yeah.
his policies. He didn't agree with Trump at all. But
Yeah, but
something
he saw
changed.
he saw it work.
Yeah.
And now on the other side, I have a feeling that they can grab a watermelon, put
Yeah.
it there, and say, "We're going to elect that watermelon," because because you,
Well, if they can indict a ham sandwich in New York for any
yeah,
crime, they can definitely elect a watermelon from California.
yeah, just put a hat on it, pair of
Just put a hat
glasses,
on it. There you go. Some
with
glasses.
those wraparound sunglasses,
some,
right?
some wraparound sunglasses. That's
Yeah, so,
pretty
yeah,
good.
there's our candidate.
Yeah,
Because
there
those
you go.
two, between Waltz and her, he says he's a self-proclaimed goofball. And then she says, she's a chameleon. Candace Owen was doing they were showing clips of the different accents. I saw this on TikTok. They were showing the different accents. She went from Jamaican to Mexican to Black. And was there another one? Oh,
Southern.
Yeah,
Southern, yeah.
Southern. Right, right.
And so she was showing clips of all these different voices, accents that she was using.
Right.
And then after that with this Indian guy came on and he was saying, we're not gonna, because you spent all of our visas, we here from India and she said 300 cousins and my 7,000 other relatives. It was so funny. This Indian guy came on and he was talking about like why he wasn't going to vote for Kamala, being a Native American, a Native Indian person, and it was just some of that stuff is kind of good, you know.
You know what is interesting is she was at a place in Cleveland, and she had to ask one of her aides, "Where are we at? What is this place?" And he told her, and then she kind of started tailoring her, which I mean, obviously you do
Right.
you work the crowd, so. But it's just interesting, to not know where you're at. What is this place? Oh, you're in Cleveland. Oh, hey, Cleveland, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
See, if you go to like Indiana,
Yeah.
what's their accent in Indiana?
I
They
don't
sound
know.
like they're from Texas.
Yeah, right,
Hmm.
right. They're kind of southern drawl, you know.
Yeah.
But Indiana is far north, man.
Yeah, right.
Some of the stuff don't make any sense how they get their draws going, but
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. Or
And of
like
course,
Maine or Vermont, uh, the East Coast. I mean, I don't know, man.
yeah.
It's interesting to see linguistic shift, had different accents, how they develop. Um, Toss a
Yeah.
comment down below,
Yeah.
like, share, subscribe. Hey, do
And
you
don't
find
forget to
yourself?
like, share, and subscribe and donate, because we're giving away some Intervision swag. So if you donate, you get put in that raffle. And every Monday, because we just started, so it won't be this today. Every Monday we'll pull out a winner, and you could be one of those winners to win one of our t-shirts. But so vote
Ooh,
as often as you want. You don't have to.
I'm,
You
I'm
can do it
thinking about
illegally.
that.
You can even be illegal as
Yeah,
long as you put the cash down. We don't care. Your
right,
money's green.
right.
So,
That's
oh,
absolutely right. So I'm thinking about this. Let me think here. When is election day? Is that
next Tuesday.
next Tuesday? So Monday, the 4th. Is that right?
Yep.
yep.
So Monday, the 4th is when we're going to kick this off. This is going to be our pre-election party, kind of. Yeah.
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 Well, I sort of wanted to interview Rob from the You Don't Look Blind, so we may have to do that. We may do that at 4 o'clock. If you can do it at 4 o'clock, we may do that.
That'll be fun.
And then like we should have our Tuesday show as the election show.
Yep.
And so I'm thinking about putting together a Zoom and sending that out So you guys got the invitation when I sent that Zoom out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something about putting that together because I already know, for the most part, some of the things that we're going to be talking about. I can edit it again because it's a lot easier doing it on my phone than it is on the computer.
Oh, is
And,
it?
yes, a lot easier.
Hmm.
It's like, and I got people on my phone that I can pick them out and get them into the loop of the stuff too. And Chuck and Julie Bonnewell, I was on their show this past Friday. If you guys missed
Yes.
it, you can go catch that on Rumble. And that was pretty cool. They played one of the songs that I did, which I you know how you have to put a retraction if something turns back around or if it's a misstatement. Well, since the grant came in, I did put a statement saying that, October 24th, we did finally get the grant, but I left in everything else about the songs. I pretty much called where did the money go?
Where'd the money go?
Yeah, where'd the money go?
You could
Yeah.
still check it out. I
Yeah,
mean,
you can still check it out.
it's a good it's a good
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So
good.
yeah, I mean,
gotta
because you have
bring-
to start wondering, like, if you got awarded on the 8th of July, and then they come back with email saying, well, because at first I asked for like, more, and then they said, well, you can't have that much. Then they lowered it down, and then when I finally got the grant, it was the amount that I originally asked for, and I'm thinking
Oh
like,
wow.
so I didn't know if they were taking money out. So they said, well, we're gonna have to lower down each of these grants. Yeah, you asked for this. We said we're gonna get this, but you can't have that because we're too busy doing the FEMA thing. And so that was a very nice surprise.
Wow.
And believe me, we paid off with like four months of bills, and now we're back in black. So it was just a nice feeling to be able to breathe and relax.
Heck yeah, man. That's always a good thing because God is good and He's on the
Yeah.
throne. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not received Jesus Christ, today's your day. Just ask Him into your heart. He'll move in and He'll start changing your life. And that's really all that's needed. Get into the Word, and He'll guide you if you ask Him.
Oh, yeah, I got that. And somebody I was listening to, we're gonna be talking about this. Well, not for this show. Maybe tomorrow I'll throw this stuff in because I was listening to the John B. I think it's either John B. Wells show on KNUS, and it was a group. You ever wonder how the banks got started in the U.S. and who was behind it, and how did these offshore banks start up too? What was the reason for these offshore banks?
Now, that's a fascinating story that takes hours and hours to delve into.
Oh yeah.
But yes,
I'm going to send you some of the stuff that this guy, because he spent 12 years studying this. And I'm going to go to his website and
Wow.
I'm going to go give it to you and stuff like that. And depending on how it goes, that may be tomorrow's show. But it was a group called the Pilgrim something, the Pilgrim, but they're connected with London. So when we got away from London, the king and all that good stuff, they had to think about how could we pull them back in and make them a part of us. So this started, it took until, I guess, 1830. And it was something about this law about Black people, which they have to release their slaves under this act. But I mean, I got to go back over the show. I'm going to go and listen to his podcast because it was like, bam, bam, bam. All this information. I was just typing. I had my little braille thing and it's boom, 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 boom. This website. And it was like, man, because I was, like one time we talked about like, how did the employer start taking money out of your paycheck before it was a time where they would just send you the bill and you could say, I'm going to pay this much, I'm not going to pay that much. And you send it back. But now with the employers is like they have a mandate.
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean the before the FICA and
Right.
before all that stuff? Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, so now this gives
That's
me the
fascinating.
information about how did these banks get started, and
Yeah.
these millionaires at the time
Wow.
investing, but they were a part of another country just to get their claws into this country and say we can control them if we control the banks.
What's very interesting about some of this stuff is this is information they just don't want.
Yes,
It's not
they
a
don't want you to
topic that
know.
it's not a topic we can talk about it on YouTube. Like, so
Yeah,
what people will do is
I'll
they,
upload it still. Yeah,
yeah, no,
they may
they'll,
not let me monetize it, but I'll still upload it.
yeah, well, we will see. But yeah, they do cry about certain things, but information does have a way, especially when it's truth.
Yeah,
Truth always prevails,
yeah.
even if
And
the lie.
and on YouTube, what my new song is out. It's about Trump being victorious. I forgot. I forgot the name. I've written 30 with this AI stuff. It's like, yeah, I don't know how you musicians do it, man. It's like I'm just having fun playing with this AI stuff, and it's like,
AI is interesting because you can actually do stuff and use it as a tool, uh, and it helps the creative process. But man, I'm still a big fan of just getting down, grabbing your guitar,
oh
and
yeah,
playing. Man, I'm just a big
yeah,
fan of doing that.
yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna get me another guitar,
Yeah,
and
no kidding, man.
that's gonna.
Kidding.
They used to have
I
those.
did like 16 songs on that Donna app, and it's like a lot of this stuff is really good, but it's not me.
Hmm.
You
Well,
know, that
Well, the
it's
novelty
it,
kind of wears off, and it all kind of
but
sounds sort of
I
similar.
keep thinking, hey Joe, that because it was your cousin or your sister wouldn't play your music. You can get a female and put it. Now you don't have to go to the church and try to convince somebody. You can just do it.
well, see, now when I come, we were talking about coming back there in December, but we just aren't going to make it there. It'll be next summer, probably June, July.
Oh,
But
cool.
me and my sister are going to lay some tracks down
Yeah.
and put some music together,
Yeah,
and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's like she's talking about this is girl bands or girl artists and whatever. I said, shit, I get male and girl singers. Oh
I
man,
used to
so
use this one app, or not app. It was a plugin on Cakewalk, and I tell you what, I did a song and it sounded like a girl. It was
Yeah.
my voice, but it pitched it up and made it sound like a pretty good girl.
wow, okay.
Yeah,
Look at
I
that.
could do
There's lots
similar.
of plugins out there for stuff, you know.
Yeah, there's
Well,
some.
most of
Yeah.
them are free.
Yeah, most of
Yeah,
them are
just
free.
who's that band that they sung that song "We Are Young," and then when they went on stage, they weren't young.
I
Oh man,
have no idea.
but it was a hit. It was a hit song. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Say who sung the song "We Are Young"?
Oh, a lot of
Janelle
them.
Monáe. I don't know if that's the right one.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably a lot
Hold
of.
on. Play the song "We Are Young." Uh, oh, Fun. Yeah, the group is called Fun. Janelle
Fun.
Monáe and Fun. Yeah, this is the song.
Interesting. Yeah, so check that one out. That one's a good. I
Oh,
guess.
It's featuring Janelle Monáe, but the group is called Fun.
Tweet.
Yeah. Okay. Stop. I don't want
Like, share,
to.
subscribe for more fun like this, and welcome to Intervision FM. And
Yeah. Yeah,
and
and I'm gonna throw this show up tonight too because this is a fun show. I'm gonna throw it up and see if they monetize it or not. It'll be on at
well, they
6.
might.
It'll be on the 6:05 or 6:30 tonight. As we find out, that's when our audience they start listening to our our stuff. So
Don't forget to share it with your friends then.
yeah, and subscribe, like, donate, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you guys for making it a special
ya.
show. All right,
Take care, guys.
all right. Oh, where am I at?
Joe Mike has left the meeting. I'll be forward.
Okay, there you are.